Imagine a hushed voice, a dark room, and a story that sends shivers down your spine. That's how the legend of Squidward Suicide began. Not on TV, but in the shadowy corners of the internet. It's a story about a beloved cartoon character driven to a gruesome end. The tale is simple, yet terrifying. A lost intern at Nickelodeon stumbles upon a horrifying clip. Squidward, usually just grumpy, is now a vessel of despair. The clip ends with a chilling act, forever seared into the intern's mind. This isn't your typical SpongeBob episode. Squidward Suicide is a creepypasta, a horror story born online. It spreads like wildfire, passed from forum to forum, each retelling adding a layer of terror. But what is it about this story that continues to grip us? Let's dive into the deep end of this internet mystery and uncover why Squidward Suicide remains one of the most unsettling tales of the digital age. From eerie discussions in internet forums to spine-chilling YouTube videos, this story has become a digital age horror phenomenon. People share it, react to it, and keep its dark legacy alive. It's a testament to the power of storytelling in the digital era. The year was 2005, a time when the digital landscape was vastly different from what we know today. The internet was a different place, a wild frontier where anonymity reigned supreme. It was a place where anonymity thrived, and stories, especially the strange and unsettling, spread like wildfire, capturing the imaginations of many. Squidward Suicide first surfaced on 4chan, a breeding ground for internet subcultures and, more often than not, the bizarre and the macabre. 4chan was a haven for anonymity, a place where users could be anyone or no one at all. Users could share their deepest, darkest thoughts without consequence, free from the constraints of identity. It was here, in the /x/ board dedicated to the paranormal and unexplained, that Squidward Suicide found its voice and began to take shape. The original post was simple, a short description of the lost episode, but it was enough to ignite curiosity and fear. No images, no video, just words painting a terrifying picture that left much to the imagination. The story spread quickly, jumping from 4chan to other online forums, gaining momentum with each retelling. Each retelling added fuel to the fire, with users embellishing details, adding their own twists, making the story even more chilling. This collaborative storytelling is a hallmark of creepypastas, where the narrative evolves with each new contribution. They're living, breathing entities, constantly evolving as they're shared and reinterpreted by countless individuals. Squidward Suicide tapped into something primal, a fear of the unknown, of the things that lurk beneath the surface of our favorite childhood shows, corrupting our innocent memories. But it wasn't just the story itself that was terrifying. It was the way it spread, whispered from one internet denizen to another, that cemented its place in internet lore, becoming a legend in its own right. Why do we find horror so captivating? Why are we drawn to stories that make our skin crawl and our hearts race? There's something inherently fascinating about the things that scare us. It's a primal instinct, a fight-or-flight response triggered by the unknown. Squidward Suicide plays on this primal fear. It takes something familiar, something safe like a children's cartoon, and twists it into something sinister. This juxtaposition of innocence and horror is deeply unsettling. It shatters our sense of security, reminding us that darkness can lurk in the most unexpected places. The story also taps into our fear of the unknown. The descriptions of the lost episode are vague, leaving much to the imagination. Our minds fill in the blanks, conjuring up images far more terrifying than anything that could be shown on screen. Squidward Suicide shares DNA with urban legends, those whispered tales passed down through generations. Stories like the Hookman, the Babysitter, and the Man Upstairs, or the Vanishing Hitchhiker all tap into our collective fears and anxieties. These stories, often rooted in a kernel of truth or inspired by real-life events, resonate with us because they feel plausible. The internet has become the new campfire, a place where stories are shared, embellished, and passed on. But unlike traditional urban legends, internet lore spreads at an alarming rate. A single post can reach millions in a matter of hours. This rapid dissemination gives these stories a sense of immediacy and authenticity. We want to believe, even when faced with the unbelievable. Squidward Suicide, despite its outlandish premise, feels real because it's presented as a leak, a glimpse behind the curtain of our carefully curated childhood memories. This air of mystery, The possibility that there might be some truth to the legend is what keeps us coming back for more. We are drawn to the unknown, the eerie, and the unexplained. These stories, whether told around a campfire or shared in an online forum, captivate our imagination. They make us question reality and explore the boundaries of our fears. The allure of urban legends lies in their ability to blur the lines between fact and fiction, making us wonder what might be lurking in the shadows of our own lives. Beyond the shock value and the creepypasta tropes, Squidward Suicide strikes a chord because it reflects a very human experience: suffering. Squidward, eternally frustrated, represents the disillusionment and despair many of us feel in our daily lives. He's the overworked employee, the underappreciated artist, the individual constantly at odds with the world around him. In a way, his descent into madness, albeit fictional and extreme, resonates with our own struggles. It forces us to confront the darker aspects of the human condition, the feelings of hopelessness and despair that we often try to suppress. While the story is presented as a horror narrative, it also serves as a cautionary tale. It reminds us of the importance of mental health and the need to reach out to those who might be struggling in silence. Much of the terror in Squidward Suicide lies in its visual descriptions. The story is full of vivid imagery, from Squidward's bloodshot eyes to the flashing images of mutilated children. These gruesome details are seared into our minds, staying with us long after we've finished reading. The human brain is hardwired to respond to visual stimuli. Images bypass our logical filters, tapping directly into our emotional centers. This is why horror movies are so effective. They exploit our natural aversion to violence and gore, triggering a visceral reaction that words alone cannot replicate. The descriptions of the lost episode are carefully crafted to elicit maximum fear. The story uses just enough detail to spark our imaginations, allowing us to fill in the blanks with our own personal fears. This collaborative storytelling, where the reader becomes an active participant in the creation of the horror, is what makes Squidward Suicide so effective. Adding to the legend's mystique is Nickelodeon's silence. The network has never officially acknowledged the existence of Squidward Suicide. This lack of response, whether intentional or not, has only fueled the flames of speculation. In the age of social media, where companies are quick to debunk rumors and address controversies, Nickelodeon's silence is deafening. This has led some to believe that there might be some truth to the legend. Of course, it's far more likely that Nickelodeon is simply choosing to ignore the rumor mill. After all, any official statement, even a denial, would only serve to give the story more attention. By remaining silent, Nickelodeon is inadvertently adding to the mystery and intrigue surrounding Squidward Suicide. The reaction to Squidward Suicide has been a mixed bag of terror and fascination. Some fans were genuinely disturbed by the story, finding its graphic content and dark themes at odds with the lighthearted nature of SpongeBob SquarePants. Others were intrigued, drawn in by the mystery and the possibility that there might be some truth to the legend. The story has spawned countless fan theories, discussions, and even creative interpretations. Artists have drawn their own depictions of the lost episode. Musicians have composed haunting melodies inspired by the tale, and writers have penned their own sequels and spin-offs. Squidward Suicide has transcended its creepypasta origins, becoming a cultural phenomenon. It's a testament to the power of storytelling and the enduring appeal of horror, even when it takes on the most unexpected forms. Despite its enduring popularity and the chills it induces, it's important to remember that Squidward Suicide is just that, a story. There is no lost episode. No intern stumbled upon a horrifying clip. It's a work of fiction, a creepypasta born from the darkest corners of the internet. The enduring power of this legend lies in its ability to tap into our deepest fears and anxieties. It's a reminder that even in a world saturated with information, mystery and the unknown still hold a powerful sway over our collective imagination. As we've journeyed through the unsettling tale of Squidward Suicide, we've uncovered its origins, explored its psychological impact, and witnessed its evolution from a simple online post to a viral phenomenon. While the truth behind the legend remains firmly rooted in fiction, Its ability to frighten, fascinate, and spark debate is undeniable. Now it's your turn. Share this chilling tale with your friends, dive deeper into the world of creepypastas, and keep the legend of Squidward Suicide alive. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into the dark side of the internet.